Are you planning to move to Norfolk, Virginia in 2025? Well, stick around because today I'm sharing the 5 most critical things you need to know before you make that decision. From hidden costs to local job opportunities, this video might just be the difference between a smooth transition and a major headache. On this channel, we explore all things related to living, working, and thriving here in coastal Virginia. My name is Jason Edwards with eXp Realty, and I'm a local real estate advisor specializing in Hampton roads. If you're looking to make the move or just want to learn more about the area, you're in the right place. By the way, if you have any questions about real estate or anything else, my contact information is in the description below, so don't hesitate to reach out. Let's get after it. When you're considering a move to Norfolk, cost of living is one of the first things to look at. Thankfully, experts note that Norfolk is slightly below the national average overall, particularly when it comes to housing. The median home price as of December 2024 was right around $314,000. That's pretty competitive for a coastal city with so much to offer. If you prefer renting, expect to pay right around $1,300 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment. Bonus tip, if you're active duty military or a veteran, keep an eye out for housing allowances, VA loan options, and a veteran real estate agent that's been through what you're going through, both on the buying side and on the agent side. That might stretch your dollar a little bit further. As far as everyday expenses, groceries and dining out tend to be on the lower side compared to larger metro areas, which is a pretty good surprise for many people new to the area. Healthcare, on the other hand, can run a little bit higher, so be sure to factor that into your budget if you have ongoing medical needs or a larger family. Create a monthly budget. Break down your anticipated mortgage or rent, groceries, utilities, and other recurring bills. This helps you see where Norfolk's affordability could benefit you or where you might need to stretch. You can contact local utility providers, neighbors, or even the seller of the home you're buying for an estimate of monthly costs so you're not caught off guard once you move in. Granted, some of those utilities are going to change from season to season as the weather changes, particularly electric and gas, but you'll at least get an idea of what your monthly requirements will be. Norfolk has a diverse and stable job market, which is one reason it's remained a popular place to live. Because the city is home to the world's largest Navy base, obviously the U.S. Department of Defense is a massive employer here. Some of the key industries, as I said, military and defense. Beyond the Navy, there's also Langley Air Force Base up in Hampton, as well as several other smaller installations. So you'll find a network of supporting contractors and military-related jobs. There's also shipping and logistics. Norfolk's port is among the busiest on the East Coast, supporting roles in transportation, warehousing, and distribution. Of course, there's also healthcare. Centera and Bon Secours Healthcare and other hospital systems employ thousands, offering a range of clinical and administrative positions. With beaches, cultural events, and a growing arts scene, tourism is also a steady contributor to the local economy. Some of the major employers: DoD, Centera Healthcare, Norfolk Southern Railway, various shipbuilding and shipyard companies. Experts are predicting that Norfolk's unemployment rate will stay below the national average, thanks to these established industries. If you're relocating and searching for work, start networking early. LinkedIn groups, local business associations, and job fairs hosted on and off base can all be great resources. By the way, if you're finding this video helpful and you're getting serious about relocating here, feel free to reach out. My contact information is in the description below. I'm here to make your move as smooth and stress-free as possible while educating you in the process. Next up is climate and weather. Because Norfolk's location on the coast means you'll experience all 4 seasons, just with a humid subtropical twist. In the summer, highs typically in the mid to upper 80s, quite often getting into the 90s and sometimes even higher with 100% humidity. The humidity can be really intense, so prepare for those steamy afternoons and have air conditioning. I can't recommend that enough. I couldn't live without it personally. Maybe if you live at the beach, it would be okay. But if you're living in a house like normal people, you're going to want AC. You'll enjoy approximately 215 sunny days a year. I know, it's an odd statistic, but interesting at the same time. Perfect for hitting the beach or exploring local trails. I grew up in Wisconsin, so the winters there, as you probably know, extremely cold, a ton of snow. Nothing like the winters here, thankfully. The winters here are mild, with temperatures usually somewhere between 35-ish and 50 degrees, give or take. Although we do often get few weeks where it drops below freezing. In fact, late January, we definitely had a pretty good cold spell, about a week and a half long. Snow is pretty rare, but definitely not impossible. In fact, we just got some twice back in January, but hadn't had any before that since I think it was 22 or 23. When we do get snow, it typically doesn't stick around for too long, so enjoy it while you can. Also, if you're not from a coastal area, one thing I had to get used to, hurricane season is a real thing. Occasional tropical storms or hurricanes can pass through, typically between June and November, which is hurricane season. Having a preparedness plan like a stocked emergency kit, a clear evacuation route, a good insurance policy, and somewhere to stay goes a long way in easing worries. Check with your insurance agent about flood insurance, especially if you're moving near any of the number of waterways in the area. Some areas may require separate or additional coverage. Keep an eye on local weather alerts. Apps like Wavy TV10 and the National Weather Service can help you stay informed. One big perk in Norfolk is the relatively short commute. The average commute time is around 21.2 minutes. They have stats for everything, which is lower than the national average. You'll find major highways like 64 and 264 connecting you to the surrounding areas. Traffic can get pretty heavy during rush hour, especially if there's an accident, so plan accordingly if your schedule is tight. In January of 2025, tolls increased on the Elizabeth River crossing tunnels, the Midtown and the Downtown Tunnel. If you're crossing daily, factor that into your monthly commuting expenses. I'll put a link in the description that gives all the toll information, including where to get an Easy Pass, which will save you some money on the tolls, as you can see. As far as public transit, Hampton Roads Transit, or HRT, does operate buses, and there's also the Tide Light Rail that runs through parts of Norfolk. Public transit coverage is improving, but it's pretty limited in most areas. Double check if your neighborhood has reliable stops or park and ride locations, but for the most part, plan on needing a car if you have a commute or live outside of Norfolk. My advice, try out different commute times if possible. Maybe take an early morning drive or check out midday traffic to see what works best with your schedule. At a minimum, check Google Maps or whatever map service you use to see what traffic looks like at different times of the day when you would be commuting along your commute. Consider using a commuter benefits program if it's offered by your employer to help offset tolls and parking fees, because they can add up. Safety is a significant factor for anyone moving to a new city. According to recent statistics, Norfolk's crime rates can be higher than some national averages, but the silver lining is that they have been steadily decreasing. Safety can vary widely by neighborhood, so it's essential to do your own research. Check online resources, talk to locals, and consider reaching out to the Norfolk Police Department for community crime data. As a real estate professional, I always encourage clients to dig into the stats themselves to comply with fair housing guidelines and ensure they're comfortable in their chosen area. One website I recommend is mylocalcrime.com, which I will link below in the description. A lot of neighborhoods have great community watch programs, local Facebook groups, or next-door communities that help residents stay informed. Volunteering or attending local events can be a great way to meet neighbors and learn about ongoing safety initiatives. Like I said, check crime maps. Websites like My Local Crime or local police crime mapping tools can provide up-to-date snapshots of reported incidents. Also, stay engaged. If safety is a top priority, consider neighborhoods with active civic leagues, homeowner associations, or neighborhood watch programs. Norfolk in 2025 is shaping up to be a vibrant mix of historical charm, coastal living, and economic opportunity. From affordable housing and a robust job market to milder winters and that ever-present seaside feel, there's a lot to love about the city. Just remember to do your homework on neighborhoods, factor in tolls if you'll be crossing the tunnels regularly, and stay prepared during hurricane season. I hope this gave you a clearer picture of what life in Norfolk could be like. If you found the video helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I upload new videos every single week, covering everything from moving tips to local market updates. And if you're thinking about making the move, don't forget you can always contact me. My details are in the description below. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.